Do. All right, you ready?
I push this right here, right?
That's if you want to go live with somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's what you want.
What up? This the Big Bro Show, Big Bro, Little Bro Show. I'm the Flash.
Comedian Lonnie.
That's Comedian Lonnie. So, a lot of people had stuff to say in our comments about our reel.
Talking to Mike.
A lot of people had a lot of stuff to say about our comments, about our reel. About what you say?
Our reels.
Our reels. What you say? Cause you said your mama do what now?
I said a lot.
Say your mama love you for your survival.
Mm-hmm.
But your wife love you for her survival.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say. So we're doing our podcast right now, and our episode day is called.
So what you saying?
Niggas just be talking.
They just be talking.
So if y'all feel like we just be talking, I want y'all to
come on in.
So
we can just be talking.
But we just be talking. We can get to a resolution. We can get to a solution.
I don't think people actually want a resolution. I think people just want to just say something. I just think that everybody just grew up in a household where they weren't heard. So now it's just like, now with the internet and access to the internet, they just feel like they can just blurt out whatever and it's right or wrong. And I'm not saying my opinion is right. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. However, now you got people in the comments trying to personal attacks.
Yeah.
Cause
the one girl said, hey.
We ain't got no daddy.
Cause the one girl said, hey, this sound like real single mama-ish, and we ain't got no daddy.
We ain't got no daddy.
We real toxic. Our mama like Blueface mama. I didn't know who the hell Blueface was.
Blueface, baby, don't rap on the beat.
So I had to go back. That's the nigga saying bust down.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to know, what the hell was going on. But yeah, when we talked about this, a lot of people be like, what y'all talking about? Oh, anybody can have a podcast. Y'all just be talking. Y'all just be doing this. Y'all just be doing that. And it's just like, it's our perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's life and perspective is different.
Mm-hmm.
The way you look at your lens is different than my lens.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Our 10-year age gap shows, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it also shows your maturity and your growth.
Mm-hmm.
And all we do on here is give life lessons. You know what I'm saying? That's all we do.
And I just realized, like, my whole thing where I want to come from is like, have the dialogue. So with your dialogue plus my dialogue, putting both of our perspectives together.
Yeah.
You've done things right. You've done things wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I've done things right. I've done things wrong. But putting them together can get us to come to a better solution together. Mm-hmm. Now, either you can join the conversation and add to the solution, or you just being part of the problem. And which a lot of y'all are.
Most times they're part of the problem.
And I'm still trying to figure out why y'all so mad about me and podcasts. Why? Why it bother y'all so much? Why?
Because I mean, sometimes I feel like they're trying to silence our voice. Like we shouldn't have a voice. You know what I'm saying?
We shouldn't have needs, concerns, cares. We should just go with the flow. We should just allow.
Yeah.
Fuck shit, essentially. That's what I feel like. I feel like I ain't never seen this many women upset. Like, I be like, one, it's not really for y'all.
It ain't for y'all. And a lot of the brothers was like, and we doing this because we're gonna go through the comments. And I just wanted to, because I know we both look at them, but we don't really talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
And
hell, I don't look at them at all. Cause why? Motherfuckers just be talking. They just be talking.
Because you're looking at it and it's like, okay, 4,000 people liked it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so many guys who just went over, they overanalyzed the whole situation. And that was the craziest thing ever. They read way too deep into what we were saying. Everything we was kind of saying it wasn't surface.
Yeah, well, play the clip for me, yeah.
For her survival.
So it's crazy. So when people get married, the father gives the daughter away to the husband. You know what I'm saying? They don't ever think about the mama giving her son away that she's worked hard for to provide for him, to give him away to be somebody's husband who's gonna use him for their own survival. That's why this is a man's situation. And that being said, one guy told me, he was like, "Yo, your mama don't give you away." No, your mother does not give you away. Of course not. Nigga, I've been married. Your mama don't give you away, but your mama put her work into you, and she want the best for you. She wants you to see. She want to see her investment grow.
And it's fair to say that the mom has some level of approval of.
Yes.
Like, I'm not saying that it's the mom's word is the end all be all. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like, she has some level of approval in this.
But here's the thing though, you've been to a wedding before, right? They do. The father does give the daughter away because now she's a part of another legacy. But peep this. Why you think they got a mother and son dance?
Why? Do the same thing?
This it's basically almost this father-daughter dance, mother-son dance is at every wedding. Why you think they do that? Cause mama is now, she ain't giving you away. She releasing that now you a man and you got your own. That's all we were saying. But some brothers took it so far left. Like, oh, y'all, what the hell y'all talking about? And y'all niggas and like I'm reading the comments. I'm sitting here looking like, what are you talking about?
Go ahead and read some of them things off of us.
Yeah. Like one dude said, "Oh, we stole it from Mike Tyson." Yeah, we've heard that before Mike Tyson even said it. It's like, it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? One person says, the wife's survival means the survival of his and her offspring. That's all included. Because the wife has the kids, right? She get the last name, so everything come through her. It's from you, right? Okay. Say, I don't know if I agree with this, man. We ain't supposed to depend on someone else for our own survival.
Okay.
That's the point of parenting. Yes, weddings are ceremonies, and we have meanings, but men could be dead or worse off in life without their wives. That is true. I'm not saying your wife is not valuable. Once again, you missed everything I said. She's very valuable. That's why you work hard to make sure she have. The people don't like the word survive. I think the word survive touch nerves.
A lot of the rest of these words don't touch my nerves.
I think the word survive, I think when they heard for survival, it bothered them so much.
Why you think that is?
Because it's like, well, it's almost saying, well, I'm at your mercy. I'm desperate.
Oh, so it's like the same thing as like how women see submitting. How we see it, it's like, you mean you a slave?
You a slave.
Say like, yeah, like that's
like,
not.
When I say survival is not a bad thing. You have to eat to survive, correct? You have to drink water to survive. You don't drink enough water, you ain't gonna survive. Your body is shut down. But people didn't like the dire need that we was talking about survival. And the sad part about it is in relationships in our community, that's why we so fucked up. Because we don't want to depend on each other. But we unconsciously do depend on each other. That's why we're in relationships. How many women do you know get a husband and he don't do nothing? And she's fine because he loves her.
I ain't seen that one.
And guys get wise. If she don't do nothing, but the fact that she don't do nothing, see, she just survive, mess people up all the time. They sure the hell do. Every time you say something about some surviving and submitting.
Boy, it's them asses.
Them
asses.
Hey, we did an episode called P. What's your P? You know what I'm saying?
Broken promises. Them asses.
Yeah, and there's a lot of guys that agreed. They were like, they said, man, they weren't saying anything negative. One woman said, this is such backwards thinking. Wives do not love their husbands for their own survival. That's not love. Love is always about giving. Yeah, this girl here. She said, this is giving me single mother, fatherless son, weird relationship vibes. Toxic, blue-faced mama vibes.
That's the one. That's the one right there.
That's the one right there.
That's the one right there.
That's the one.
That is the one right there, boy.
That's the one.
That's why I don't be reading the comments.
See, and they do right here.
Just be talking.
And right here, they say they are not equal. He's giving his daughter away because now her protection and her safety is in the hands of another man.
Okay.
He has hopes. I know he has a hope, bro. Don't strangle his daughter in the middle of the night if he having a bad day, etc. He just went to another stream. But the point I'm trying to make is the guy just said it's not equal. Mm-hmm. Once again, that's why we titled it "My Mama Loved Me." We know we giving your daughter away, but so that means it's almost as if the son has no belonging. Mm-hmm. Like he doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like he don't come from nothing.
Yeah. Nah.
So what do you think about that? I like we say we were going live. I guess they were scared. They was on here going crazy.
I knew they weren't gonna pull up. Knew that.
I thought y'all were gonna pull up.
Hey man, they just be talking. They just be talking to say something, man.
Oh, all right. Mel say, in the words of my brother Chezzy P, what's drink for the night? Do say.
You say. Do say.
Do say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I ain't.
What up?
It just be so, and even outside of the comments and other stuff, when I be seeing like all of these topics that come up and things, and then I talk to my other women friends, and I'm trying to like let them know the insights, and then man, everybody want to use these big words, and they misogyny and misandry and all of this and all of that, and they just be talking, and you be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
so, everybody's so overly educated now.
So what are you saying? Like it's,
I ain't saying nothing.
They make it be like it's so deep. It ain't that hard. This ain't hard because what we were saying was, and the episode was called "Man versus Money." I think it was like episode 20 or something, 29. I can't remember exactly. The episode was called "Man versus Money." Mm-hmm. The problem was we was telling brothers, hey, you talking about man versus money, you gotta make sure you straight in the right position to take on a wife. Mm-hmm. You need to know this because your wife is depending on you.
Mm-hmm. The family.
The family, the structure depends on you because she gets your last name. That's your responsibility now. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I know you got some questions.
No, I ain't preparing no questions today. Nope. It was just a free flowing topic. And that just
yeah, because everybody had so much smoke. We had like it was what up? And that's the whole point. The whole point was all we was trying to do was just state the fact. Mm-hmm. This ain't when we get on here, we don't bash women. We don't talk that women ain't shit. We don't talk that women are less. This right here is to help man be more. Mm-hmm. This is to help man be more, to step into their manhood.
Yeah, always talking about niggas ain't shit. So.
Yeah, I mean, this is the teach. Reach one, teach one. You reach, I teach.
Mm-hmm. And the whole thing started from my adventures of going through manhood and maturing, and just the mistakes that I've made along the way.
Exactly. It went from that because what happened was every week you'll say, "Yo, I'm going through this. What you think?" Mm-hmm. And I'd be like, hey, man, this is good. That's bad. You fucking up. Oh, you on point. You make sense. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? The problem is people look.
It's just, at this point, it's just annoying.
Yeah.
It's just very annoying. However, I did find an interesting Twitter thread that I wanted to get some of your feedback on.
So you want to do that live?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Each one teach one. Here y'all go.
Let's go.
And I think it's wise to see if you agree or disagree with some of these because there's some good stuff in here. All right. So this is married men. This is what the initial tweet says. Married men use this thread to give single men some words of wisdom and advice. Single men, make it your goal to ask at least one follow-up question, right? So I'm gonna just read some of these and just see how you How you feel?
Go
One guy says, I'm divorced now, but I will say this. Make sure you lay out your non-negotiables and have all the uncomfortable conversations with your potential spouse before getting married. You want to make sure both of your ideologies allow the two of you to be equally yoked.
Very true.
Okay.
From day one, you got to say what you... This is the job. Mm-hmm. Okay, we know when you meet her, you're trying to be with her. So you're trying to be, you know what I'm saying? So what happens is you guys got to come to a mutual agreement. Like, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. This is what I do, this is what I don't do. This is what I think, this is what I don't think. Mm-hmm. What you think. Mm-hmm. And not, okay, whatever you like. Not this ain't coming to America.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And when I read that one, that what we always preach, standing on solid and like, and your boundaries, not moving them. They're non-negotiables. It don't adjust because this girl is so hot and or she, no. Mm-hmm. It's non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. This is, I can't tolerate this. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Mm-hmm. Choose your battles because some fights are not worth the damage they do to your relationship. Also try to speak out of anger as little as possible. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Don't come in there hot. Don't come in there hot because you mad about something. Mm-hmm. Be able to just kind of get an understanding of the situation first. As a man, I can't just bark on you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because that means we don't effectively communicate. Mm-hmm. Effectively communicate. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like this. Stand your ground, but everything has space. Everything has space and time. You don't gotta bust her out if she do something right there at the store that you don't like. You bark on at the grocery store. You can't like. The problem is with a lot of us as men, we learn how to be men by watching other men be tyrants.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So you think that you're supposed to be a tyrant when you talk to a woman. That's why submission is a hard thing to say.
Yeah. Everybody, yeah.
Like, it's the 3 S's people don't like. Submission, survival, and settling. Because when a person feel like they're settling for something, you get nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Agree with that. Okay. If you're worried about her submitting, you probably aren't fit to lead her. Also, understand the difference between her submitting to you, parentheses, which is her placing faith in you to deliver, and you subjugating her, parentheses, which is abusive and unhealthy. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna just read the follow-up because I think it goes together. Now, how do you make sure not to cross over into the unhealthy side? He says, always question yourself. Are you acting in her best interest? Are her needs, not just desires, paramount? Are your decisions bettering her? Leadership is a position of servitude. You serve your family to produce the best outcome. Keep that in mind and you are fine.
Exactly. Make sure when your woman can have a great idea. Mm-hmm. Some things your woman gonna know more than you. Mm-hmm. Now,
which is okay, y'all. Which is okay, y'all.
When you find somebody who is in the betterment, you know what I'm saying, that can better serve you all, she may know something. She may say, hey, well, hell, like sometimes, hell, she may have the credit to get the house. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But, y'all may not need no $500,000 house. Y'all may need a $300,000 house. Mm-hmm. But you guys got to kind of work together. Because at the end of the day, this is both our situation, but I'm the head of this situation. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and I think that's why it's like in leadership, to listen to reason and not just to like, no, we going with this because this is the best situation. It's my decision. And I think my decision is the best.
Most great leaders used to be good followers and great listeners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can agree with that. Okay. You ready for the next one?
Go ahead.
All right. Sacrifice is the name of the game. Just make sure you're not the only one. Happy wife, happy life. Nah, happy spouse, happy house. Know the difference between a supportive wife and a tag along. Stay on your purpose even after you're married. Mm-hmm.
Because the purpose is the plan. Mm-hmm. What's going to get us over the hump? Mm-hmm. And once again, this is not to be a tyrant, because sometimes your wife going to know something that you don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. But I also think like you would want that in a partner. You
Yes.
would want a partner who has expertise in an area you don't know. If you're the smartest person
in the house,
yeah, like
you in the wrong house.
yeah, you just doing yourself a disservice.
Exactly.
It's like no, I would want somebody who compliments me, but on stuff that I'm weak on, they're strong on. I guess that, and to me, that's like being kind of equally yoked in a sense. To me, that's
equally yoked. I mean, like y'all coming together. Like some things you're good at, some things they're good at. Mm-hmm. But a lot of men have a hard time understanding a woman can be good at something outside of them.
You think so?
Yes, because we come from this narrative that we supposed to know everything. We the man. We supposed to be like, I gotta do everything. You and I do you. Yeah. And that's why women be so, when they get something, they be like, I'm the shit. I know what to do. That's why they so boisterous when they get them damn degrees or they get some shit.
Is it because we kind of created that culture in a sense?
Unfortunately, we didn't really create it.
Okay.
Because we ain't never really had much as a black community. That like New York, look at the census. Prior to 1955, black people had a higher rate than everybody else. Once the women's movement came in, everything else came in, women started beating their chests just like the brothers that they thought was oppressing them. Mm-hmm. But we ain't really had much to oppress women with. I'm talking about black men. Mm-hmm. All we did was family. And some people go like, oh, these niggas been doing all of that beforehand. That's been going on since the beginning of times. That didn't just stop. That didn't just start yesterday. Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. Okay. And this is. I'm hoping that y'all are like gaining valuable knowledge from this.
Yeah, hey, and you guys on live too. I see the comments. Thank you for all the people who following. But we want y'all to come on in here and see, because we got so much pushback for what we said. I was trying to figure out. Were we doing something wrong?
Man, you would have thought we was talking about kill puppies and everything. You like, whoa,
to my diplomacy, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so here go the next one. Another one. If I could tell the single guys one thing, it would be to connect with a woman of good character / mindset that listens to you and that you think is at least somewhat attractive, and marry her, and be realistic about whether she will be able to last in a lifetime marriage to you.
Yes. Our episode last week, delusion of grandeur. Mm-hmm. Talking about guys being delusional. You got to give the woman who is a like-minded dater.
Yes.
You got to be with the woman who you can see yourself with her. Yeah. The problem is a lot of guys be with women they can't see themselves past later on with. And also, a lot of guys be so hooked up on the physical, they think that this can be forever. And this is just momentary.
So is it that lust factor that's driving them?
Well, yes and no. And I'm gonna tell you why I say yes and no. Because when it comes to lust, a nigga just be happy a girl trying to give him some play. Most guys ain't getting play like women think they are.
Yeah, I've started to notice that more and more.
Yeah, women really think that when you walk to the store, it's 5 girls in the store trying to drop their jaws right now. Yeah, you gotta be an overly rich nigga or overly attractive nigga.
Mm-hmm. Which is not most people.
Not most guys.
It's not most people. Like it's less than what? What is it? Less than 10%.
Hey Jay, shouts out JT. A lot of people can't see anything in their future because they don't know their purpose.
They're not on their purpose.
They're not on their purpose.
They're not on their purpose.
And a lot of men are not on their purpose. Mm-hmm. That's why when Kevin was alive, Kevin was telling dudes to get on their purpose, get on their square, get about your business, learn, figure out your life, what you're trying to go, figure out what you're trying to do before you start chasing females, before you start trying to chase and tail.
And you know what? I wish that was a narrative that we had, like we spit more in the community, just like not from women. I don't want to hear from women of like, oh,
but guys,
her pussy. I don't want to hear that.
But guys say it. But did you watch the Scarface podcast, the Ghetto Boys Reloaded? When a young lady was on there talking about Kevin Samuels, she said, they asked her, what did you not like about what Kevin Samuels said? And she said, oh, because he told guys that you two broke the date. That's not right to tell somebody he too broke the date. That's not right to tell him that he's too broke to date. But when you get with him, he's broke. You're going to tell him he's too broke to date you. So let me stop him in his tracks.
Yeah. I think that's just a thing. I wish that would be. Maybe I wish that men held men more accountable for that in the community of like. And I'm not saying that you can't date, but just like. You should probably just get on your purpose. Nigga, like it's just not something that was like spit.
You should be working. You should be working. If you young, out of college, trying to figure out life, you should be working 70 hours a week. You should be having no kids. You shouldn't be humping raw. Yeah. Yeah. You shouldn't be doing any of those things.
Yeah. You should not.
You should be so focused. Raw
sex is not an activity you should be participating in.
You should be so focused on your grind. And people gonna say, well, why you say that? Well, because I remember being a young guy and I went on my grind.
Mm-hmm. It distracts you.
It's distracting because I didn't get focused until later on in life.
Mm-hmm. And some people until it's too late.
Yes,
they give up and it's too late.
Then you fucked around over here, messed up, looking crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now you look crazy.
Yep.
Because you didn't listen because the girl told you that you didn't have to do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. We get into some good stuff here. Like, this is good. I actually like this. The purpose of marriage is to create a family. Choose a woman that is about creating that family. Your job is to lead that family to success. It's a heavy burden, but you are built for it. Just remember that your personal needs come last. The needs of your family come first.
I disagree with that just a little bit.
The last two parts?
Yes.
The last two sentences?
Because your personal needs, now I ain't talking about your personal ambitions. Like that's a trick. That's tricky.
Yeah.
Let me say why. Yeah, what you want to do in life, because you want to go hang out and gamble, you should be focused on making sure your kids eat.
Mm-hmm.
That.
Yeah.
But you have to be where you need to be and constantly working on your purpose to keep the family afloat.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that's tricky because sometimes they say your personal needs, because a woman gonna say, well, I don't need all of that, but baby, we spend too much money. So I got to work late.
Yeah. You know what would this be better if it said just remember that your personal I want to say wants or I don't needs is I feel like it but I don't like the needs.
But see, the thing is the wants and the needs both are kind of like tricky because a want like, oh, I want to make more money. No, I have to make more money.
Yeah.
We got more responsibility going on around here.
And I guess the difference that I'm seeing, the need versus the want, is like stuff that like it kind of is critical to your survival. Meaning like you're having peace. So like you need peace.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you need that.
Yeah, but also,
but it's not a want.
But no.
Well, I mean, you can want it, but like it's a need. Like you need.
It's a necessity.
Yes.
But the problem with that is you got to walk in the door with your peace. You can't look for someone to make peace for you. You gotta have peace within first. That's not their job. You're putting too much burden on that person, especially a man. A man wants peace in his home, and you gotta walk in there with peace and set the tone of peace, so you know how to operate in peace. So she know how to operate in your peace, but you also gotta get a woman who understands what peace is. What's peace to you?
And that goes back to that like-minded.
Yes, they go back to the like-minded dater.
Okay. This is a good one. This deals with like arguments and fighting. Fight fair. Establishing conflict resolution should be a top 5 goal of dating, and relationships should never progress without it. Unfair fighting is a sign of wanting to quote unquote win versus solving issues. If you or the other can't fight fair and is unwilling to work on it, nothing else matters.
Most people want to fight dirty because it's not a fair fight. There's no such thing as a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to cut down the fighting like this. The more you'll have disagreements, but you'll have disagreements that don't go far left. Hey, baby, that really bothered me. Can we work on that? But you got to get a person who can say yes.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, now this person says, let me see if they answer this. So what's an example of fair fighting and unfair? Love this. My husband and I have been a couple for 31 years. Since we were 16, 17, we absolutely have disagreements and fight. We will never belittle or say anything hurtful, as words can never be taken back. We also laugh all the time. Laughter and respect are paramount.
Yes. You gotta be able to. You gotta be able to have a comfortable home. Like, people say, "Well, I married my best friend." Per se, I don't really believe that your girl's your best friend. I believe she can be. Y'all can grow together as friends, but it's certain things that it's certain things that you cannot.
Well, why you disagree with the best friend part? I'm
Well,
just curious.
the reason why, because it's certain things. Because it's certain things you can't talk about. I don't care how comfortable your girl is. Certain things she just don't want to hear. And certain things you don't want to hear either.
For sure.
It's just certain things. Oh, I can tell you everything. Impossible.
Do you think that's in every friendship though too? Like outside, like
of course, it's certain friend. You got certain relationships. Your relationship with one friend is not the same way as the other, but y'all still are friends.
Mm-hmm. But like, I guess when I consider the term best friend, I'm considering the person that no matter what it is, like whatever it is, you're going to be good or bad. You can like talk about it. Okay. Not necessarily that person don't want to hear it.
One person said certain things like what? I mean, I don't have nothing off topic, but it's just certain shit I don't care. It's certain lines you just can't. It's just certain.
Yeah. No, for sure. I agree.
It's just certain shit.
Yeah. Hell, if you go to the, I'll give you a topic. If you go to the grocery store, you see a girl with a fat ass. You might know, let's say your girl ain't got a fat ass. You ain't coming home like, baby, I seen a girl with the fattest ass. She smiled at me. You keeping that secret. Not secret. You're keeping that.
Yeah, that's
you ain't sharing that.
That ain't nothing to share.
So like,
but women come home and be like, yeah, a nigga said I was cute at the store. I still got it.
For sure. For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the one thing that I hate when people refer to best friends, I hate when parents refer to their children as their best friend in the post. Oh, you was my best friend, and I never like. Stop it, y'all not best friends. This is a parent-child relationship. You're not telling them everything. You're not going and telling them about your most the whatever detail. So that whole narrative I hate.
This person says, but why? It just look.
I think that, but I want to say that women can't handle the truth, but I think people can't handle the truth. Because there's also things of like a man don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't want to hear that a buff dude hit on the girl.
So you don't want someone to think your spouse still got it? I don't care about what he thinks.
Yeah, like what does that do for the relationship?
They don't do anything for my oh man, this nigga said my wife was fine. What the fuck?
That's bragging right.
Man, I was in the store, nigga said my wife fine.
Man, you'll never believe my wife still got it.
But like, you still nigga don't care.
Yeah, I don't think that gets you
because
any
the crazy thing is because your wife will be like, oh yeah, he was at the store, some little bitch was looking at him and shit. But now you got an attitude every time you go in that store. Mm-hmm. Cause you trying to figure out what little bitch looking at him, and
or every time he alone now,
yeah, and if you like him,
yeah, I don't like.
Or like her. She's like,
I like to keep stuff like that separate because I have seen that on my side I can accept it. On the other side, it deteriorates the relationship if I disclose things like that to her. I've seen it happen time and time again. It don't matter the most secure one. Eventually, it has always gotten her
because now she's secure, but one little hint will make her insecure. And that's not even dealing with women. That's men too. Because oh man, I can change my tire, but Johnny at the job changed the tire. You gonna be like, you should be thanking Johnny for changing my tire. First, you're gonna be like, why the hell Johnny changing your tire? Why you ain't called me?
Why you ain't called AAA if I can't do it?
Yeah, but even though you couldn't even get there, see how crazy all that sounds?
Yeah. And I have seen nowadays that there have been more men who it's both ways. I ain't even gonna say.
That's why I said there's no such thing as a one way. That's why I was when I was looking at the comments, I'm like, y'all keep talking about some one ways, and this ain't one way. This is all business, so everything's transactional. Everything's a transaction.
Okay, this one is a good one. Kind of what we talked about a little earlier. Young fellas, the longer you stay childless, the higher your value to attractive women later. The higher value for attractive women later. From 22 to 32, you should be preparing yourself for the woman you want. At 30, she should be at least 5 years younger than you. A man over 30 should always have money. No baby mamas if you're childless ever.
Exactly. Because you have to put yourself in a position to win. I know some people gonna say, well, I did it. Mm-hmm. Everybody could do it, but that's not the best position. That's like going to buy a car. If you know you got the right credit and the right money to go buy a brand new car, why would you go buy a used car that you got to fix every week? Mm-hmm. Same thing with that. Why would you put yourself in a bad position?
Mm-hmm. Do you think we don't prepare for the future enough?
Well, we don't believe that we have a future. We believe time is running out. That's why we be so anxious for everything. That's why everything is so anxious. That's why everything is such a
right now. Gotta
have it right now. That's why it's like that.
Yeah, that we live in that microwave society. I hate that.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. Get another one. Okay. Married 6 years now. I had 0 examples of what being a good partner husband was. You have to know that not all of your thoughts and ideologies are the right one. It is mandatory you unlearn what you think about women and learn your woman. Also, love language is key. Well,
truth of the matter is, every woman is not going to be the right one. No such thing. But here's the thing: is no such thing as the right one. Mm-hmm. That means that God only made one for you. You just got to find a woman that you gel with the most. And hell, if you gel with her the most and you get with her, you don't know what this other girl could be because you with her. So it don't matter. So you're not looking that way because you got what you want right here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Find a woman with good intuition, one who is usually right when they sense something bad is going to happen or situation isn't ideal. Be good to her, and occasionally she will reveal insight to you that will often take you to another level.
Oh, the right woman gonna take you to a different level. That's
She'll
why
enhance you.
That she's enhancement. That's why
the right woman, yeah,
the right one at the right time. That's why I say not the one, but the right one would because both of you guys walk in the door at ground level one. Mm-hmm. I get it. You know, you may meet some women who got kids or been an ex-wife, and y'all get together and she can put you on game too, and that's totally true. Mm-hmm. But you should try to look for that very, very early, before all of that happens. You got X shit, she got X shit. Y'all come to the door with this shit, and you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's too much chaos to focus on the bigger picture.
Okay. And this one kind of goes into what you was just saying about expectations and stuff. Be upfront with your needs and expectations and ask your potential partner to do the same. It's going to feel like a weird interview, but it saves so much time and headache.
You said what? Say it one more time.
Be upfront with your needs and expectations and ask your potential partner to do the same. It's going to feel like a weird interview, but it saves so much time and headache.
That's true.
And this guy asked a question. He said, any questions you feel are mandatory to ask. When you are angry, what do you do to calm yourself down? When it comes to your finances, do you create a strict budget for yourself? How is your relationship with your dad or mom? And have you ever been sexually assaulted? I'm curious to know the importance of asking a person if they've been sexually assaulted.
Well, because I think they asked that because of the trauma.
Okay.
Let me find where your trauma level is.
Okay. I could see that in that. I think that's important. In that aspect, yes, that's important.
And also, you got to be in position. You got to be able to save some money. Like right now, they talking about we getting ready to hit a recession, bro.
Yeah.
So so everybody should be trying to save some money.
Yeah. And just to there's plenty other ones to go on, but just to wrap this up, I think it's important. The reason why I think the male podcast space is so important, especially this one, is to open the dialogue. Mm-hmm. A lot of us don't be having the dialogue that we need to have. We need to ask these questions before we get into these serious relationships. We be jumping into stuff, and now we in the deep end can't swim. Because we ain't been preparing. We ain't been taking the lesson. We ain't got no life jacket on or nothing.
Yeah.
So I think that's the importance of male podcasting space and just to get more people talking information out there.
And it's also for guys who are older to teach the younger. It's for me to teach you.
Uh-huh.
And I ain't trying to teach you how to be a chauvinist or narcissistic and all that stuff. I'm just trying to teach you how to survive. Mm-hmm. Because it's going to get hard.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to get hard. I don't care how much money you make. It's going to get hard. It's going to be stuff that your money can't fix. Mm-hmm. It's going to be some stuff that you're going to walk in the hill. My mood say all the time, emotional damage. I guess it's something on TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's an Asian dude.
I don't have a TikTok. I don't know the fuck. So I think that, you have to come in the door willing to listen, wanting to be better, wanting to do better, wanting to have better. Mm-hmm. You got to ask yourself, what do I really, really want out of life? And that's why we got to teach our kids, our daughters and our sons at the very beginning. What do you really want?
Mm-hmm. I think, and also to teach them how to get what they want.
Yes, how to achieve, not get, achieve.
Okay, better word. Yes,
you know what I'm saying. Achieve the goal. Mm-hmm. You don't want no baby daddy. You want to get married and have a husband and have a family. You do that. Don't have no kids. Mm-hmm. So in that very moment, your daughter already know, like, I can't come home with no children. So therefore, I'm going to do the proper whatever I need to do. Same thing with your sons. Your sons walk in the door the same way. You got to teach them the same thing. Mm-hmm. The problem with us, we don't like teaching because no one likes to listen. Everybody wants to prove you right, want to prove you wrong. But instead of understanding that you might be right about some things. Mm-hmm. I might know some things.
Mm-hmm. I think that was... that's what I had to even understand about even our relationship. Mm-hmm. Like it's not necessarily to prove that I know everything. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Your advice to me, it's just like no, I've been there. I'm trying to help you navigate differently to get a different outcome
to get a better outcome.
Exactly. And I think do you think I guess that just happens over time? Like, the younger always feels as if they know.
Yeah, because you can't tell young people nothing. Mm-hmm. Young people don't want to listen. See, you can be flashy. Young people are like, man, he got sauce. Mm-hmm. But he still ain't gonna listen. You know what I mean? Because he's trying to prove that he's different.
We all think we're different.
We all think we're different.
Yep. Yep.
And then we end up the same way. Now you're hurt because they shouldn't be there. Mm-hmm. I used to work at a jail, man. That was the craziest thing in the world. I talked to those kids, and you see kids that they shouldn't be there. Mm-hmm.
Had they had a little different guy, or
like not even different guidance. They had just picked up what somebody was dropping.
Do you think that? And my thing about not your generation, but my parents is like, I feel like they didn't give the game. They didn't teach.
No, they just told you. They told you to do.
Yeah.
Everything's about do. You just do what I say.
Yeah.
You do this. You do. Why I do this? Just because.
Because I said so.
Because they didn't tell you, if you do this, you will get this. Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest thing that I always hold my parents accountable for. Is just like, y'all just was always do. Mm-hmm. And now it just evolved into this thing of like, why? Like, now I have all these questions had all these questions of like, why? And then you go into life and then you make these mistakes because you were never told why. Yeah. When it was encountered the first time.
But sometimes
to like create that environment.
Sometimes you gotta be smart enough to be like this. Just listen. Mm-hmm. That's the problem with a lot of people. Some people just don't listen.
Yeah. Hey, man.
See, said folks should definitely just do it and don't ask any questions. Yeah, sometimes you got to ask some questions.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do you think that's a black household thing? Yes. Do you think that's just a black household thing?
That's all people households. White households don't let their kids do the hell they want to do either. They just can get away with it better than you can.
Mm. I thought it was just a black house. I thought it was a black parenting thing for the longest.
But sometimes they mama don't get no guidance. Period. Mm. They be like, "Hey, it's already mapped out for you. You just follow the brick road." and they can't do that shit right.
Blueprint has been laid.
Like, hey, your dad work on this kind of business, like, but this is the thing with people, man. It's the thing with people, and that's why I'm glad we had this conversation that people just be talking. That's why I think when you be talking, you got to be saying something, saying something positive, and that's why I was so when we was reading the things, I was looking so crazy because I was like, what we said wasn't negative, but you was trying to comb through what we said so bad and. Oh, he was right here, wrong here. He did this and did that. Instead of just looking at the essence of it. All we were saying was we need each other to survive.
Yes, we do.
My wife's survival is dependent on me doing what I need to do. That's why I said my wife's survival. My wife's survival is dependent on my purpose of what I need to do. Not my girlfriend, not my baby mama, my wife. Because once again, her daddy gave her to me. Who give her away? I do. He gave her away to me. So therefore, I have to do what I need to do to make sure she has what she need to have. And I ain't say be a slave for her, but work to be able to provide and protect.
Do your job as a man.
To do your job. I don't know what was so hard about that. And it was so crazy. 4,000 to 5,000 people who had something to say. We've been doing this for 40 minutes. Everybody scared to show up.
I know how it was gonna be.
They fingers be
them thumb thugging. They thumb thugging.
Oh, that's funny.
They thumb thugging.
Shirt say thumb thugging.
They are thumb thugging, man. Hey, man, this has been a beautiful episode.
Yeah, man, it's been fun.
Hey, so y'all on the Instagram, make sure y'all go over to the YouTube, leave a comment, join the conversation as always. And I hope y'all got some good things. Even that thread was good. I wanted to, read through that and just, to somebody who's been married, just see, how you
I liked it.
And so make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe as always. Join the conversation. Y'all on YouTube, go follow the Instagram.
Big bro, little bro show.
On YouTube. Hey man, I'm Comedian Lonnie.
I'm the Flash.
We out.
We out.
Peace.